What's going on, guys? Chuck here with another awesome Blu-ray purchase. And today we're talking about a new 4K release of a Scream Factory classic, and of course that is 1984's Silent Night, Deadly Night, this being the 40th anniversary edition. Now, most of you are probably familiar that way back in, I think it was probably 2017, somewhere in that general vicinity, don't quote me on that, Scream Factory did release this excellent 2-disc Blu-ray of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Of course, this included a theatrical version and the unrated version. Now, as good as this is, I'm looking at the back here, and it's basically this. The theatrical version is called a new HD transfer. So no light 2K behind it is basically an upgrade to Blu-ray. Which I think I'm not sure, 100% sure if this was its first time Blu-ray or if there was like that previous DVD version was put on Blu-ray from whoever that was, like Lionsgate or whatever it was. I cannot remember that. But I know I had that DVD version of the 2-pack of 1 and 2. And of course, the unrated had standard definition inserts for the extra scenes, along with as far as the unrated cut goes. But this is a great release. A lot of good special features on here. And when this was announced, I admit I was skeptical if I needed to buy this or not. Of course, looking deeper into it, yeah, it's pretty obvious. But actually, this was, for those of you who've never seen Silent Night and I don't have a copy of it and don't have a 4K player, if you can get a hold of this, this is still a great, very good looking Blu-ray. But what makes this 4K differ? One is a 3-disc set. Obviously, disc 1 is the 4K version. Disc 2 is the theatrical version, and disc 3 is the unrated version. And what we've got here is brand new 4K restorations. So you're looking at a much better print than what you're getting on this, just an HD transfer. From standard HD, high definition transfer to 4K. So you're getting a big upgrade in picture quality there. And I gotta tell you, I went and checked this stuff out. Well, first let me back up a bit. Kind of a tease, right? There was a lot of complaints too about this release because the unrated version is not in 4K. Only the theatrical version is in 4K. Now, there's wonders why they couldn't have done that. I mean, who knows? No one really knows what's going on behind the scenes anywhere when it comes to these, these kind of things. But according to this, the unrated version is still the 4K restoration with standard definition inserts. So you're still getting the upgrade. It's not in 4K, but it's, the Blu-ray is definitely an upgrade with those standard definition inserts. And I will tell you, I took a look at it, and it looks great. However, there is a drop in quality, and seen a drop in quality when you get to the high definition inserts, or standard definition inserts, excuse me. So I don't know if that's something that couldn't be helped, whatever the case may be. It's nothing like, I have to go back and look if they're My Bloody Valentine. Let's see. Yeah, because no, I take it back. For My Bloody Valentine, there's kind of the same example. They had the inserts, but they were able to put that into a 4K. They made their unrated version 4K. Why they weren't able to do that with this, I'm not quite sure. Maybe they couldn't bump up the standard definition of the inserts. I don't know. But it's one of those things that I think Scream Factory is getting a lot of questions about, because just recently they released their Life Force Blu-ray in 4K, and their extended version didn't get a 4K restore or complete 4K disc, I should say, just the theatrical version. And now Arrow is releasing 4Ks for the theatrical and unrated versions, which is kind of many people question what's going on with Scream Factory. Again, I don't know, but I can only tell you that the Blu-ray, the unrated version on here is on Blu-ray. It is a 4K remaster. It looks really good. The standard definition inserts, not so much. Now, that being said, the 4K of the theatrical version looks amazing. It's actually every version on here looks good. Actually, that 4K Blu-ray is fantastic too. It's a very clear cut. So you're looking at the theatrical version on Blu-ray looks really good. The 4K the picture quality was smooth. It just I had the color tones are not as bright, at least not from what I could tell. I don't know if it's a setup thing or whatever, but it's a more natural feel to it, which is probably what you want. It's got HDR 10 mastering. The colors aren't, they don't come out as jumping out at you like the Blu-ray version does, but they're a little more toned down, but again to a more realistic nature. But everything looks smooth. I thought the skin tones look natural. Everything looked good to me. It's like one of the nicest versions I've seen of Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I've seen them going back to VHS days, and even seen it on a drive-in screen. So, but this looks really nice. I did enjoy it. You've only got a DTS Master Audio or 2.0 audio, same soundtrack you've had all the way prior, and it still sounds very good, very clean. Definitely good sounding, good quality all the way around. But what's different about this as opposed to the previous is that there are a few new extra features. Well, besides the fact you also, I said the film was upgraded to 4K, scans both Blu-ray and the 4K disc. But you got like 3 new features on here, which are all 3 new features and a new audio commentary. So before we dive in, let's just take a look at I'm kind of all scattered about, so I do apologize. So here's the new slip. There's the back. And of course, there is no reverse artwork. It's just this original poster art, which is really nice. I do like that. Something else that I'd heard, and I can't confirm this. This is something I've heard throughout social media, whatever, is that apparently, for whatever reason, again, Scream Factory has region locked this 4K to only region A. I don't know. Again, I cannot confirm that. I have no way of confirming that. So I don't know. It seems kind of strange considering 4K is typically a region-free, whatever word I'm looking for, region-free media, I guess. So if you're overseas, you would need a 4K region-free player, I guess, to play this. Which is a damn shame. I don't know what's going on with that, if that is in fact true. But as it stands from what I hear, and again, I can't confirm this. This is a rumor and innuendo from all I've heard, that this is strictly a Region A locked 4K. I mean, it does say Region A on the back, but you've got Blu-rays in here. Of course, they're Region A locked. And then here's your 4K. Disc 1. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray theatrical version, and Disc 3 is the Blu-ray unrated version with your inserts, and all your legacy features are on here. All your new features are on Disc 2. So, speaking of those features, let's take a look at what's on here. So, Disc 1, obviously the 4K theatrical version with a new 4K restoration. You have a new audio commentary with author Amanda Reyes and the Hysteria Continues podcast. So that's new on here. This is presented in Dolby Vision. I don't have Dolby Vision on my. I was watching on my TV. The TV has an HDR10. It kicked on, so I'm sure it probably either or. Disc 2 is a theatrical version Blu-ray. It also has a new 4K restoration. It has a new audio commentary with Amanda Reyes and Hysteria Continues podcast, so that carries over, obviously. New The Night He Came Home for Christmas, Creating Silent Night, Deadly Night. Interview with producer Scott Schneed, which is about 15 minutes long. New In Search of Charles Sellier Jr., remembering the director. Interview with editor Michael Spence. This was kind of strange because the title is looking for the director, but you're spending most time with the Michael Spence, who was an editor, going through kind of his career. But I guess he's not one of the little independent companies. He's working for television, but I think he's working with that director. But it's very vague on how that connects to the director till at the very end, and it's only about 10 minutes long. Then you have new Naughty or Nice, 40 Years of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Interview with producer Scott Schneed and Dennis Whitehead about the longevity of the film. Basically, this is like a 10-minute infomercial on Silent Night, Deadly Night merchandise. That's what you're getting. They're talking about some of the cool stuff they've licensed out and new stuff they have coming out, like perfume fragrance, audio on tape, or or book on tape, or audio, whatever we call it, and other things. And basically, saying, if you got an idea, let us know. We'll put it out there. Apparently, over the years when they had lost the rights to the film, how they were able to get it back, and they were making the most out of it by merchandising it as if they were Gene Simmons. So, hey, kudos to them making the money. Can't argue with them about that. And then you go to disc 3, which is the unrated Blu-ray version, new 4K restoration with standard definition inserts. You have Sleigh Bells Ring, the story of Silent Night, Deadly Night, featuring interviews with writer Michael Hinckley, Scott J. Schneed, Dennis Whitehead, Michael Spence, composer Perry Botkin, and actor Robert Brian Wilson. Oh Dear, interview with actor Linnea Quigley. Christmas in July, Silent Night, Deadly Night locations, then and now. Audio commentary with Robert Brian Wilson and Scott J. Schneed. Audio commentary with Michael Hickey, Perry Botkin, Scott J. Schneed, and Michael Spence. But these audio commentaries are only on the unrated version, by the way. These two particular ones. An audio interview with director Charles E. Seiler Jr. from Dead Pit Radio, extended version. Santa Stocking of Outrage, posters, still gallery, R-rated theatrical trailer, and VHS trailer, TV spots, radio spots. So all that stuff on disc 3 is basically the legacy features from here. Nothing listed different. The only thing that's slightly listed differently, so I don't know if it is different or not, is the audio interview with director Charles E. Seiler Jr. because it's mentioned on here. That's it. It just says, interview with director. Whereas on this one, it does mention it's an interview taken from Dead Pit Radio and it's extended version. So I don't know if they're just giving credit to Dead Pit now, or it is actually an extended version. I'm not sure. So again, is it worth an upgrade from this? And I'm going to say yes. For one, like I said, this isn't even a 2K, transfer. It's just an HD transfer. But it is a good one. So if you can't get a 4K, don't hesitate to get this. But at the same time, if you can, even if you don't have a 4K player in your region A, pick this one up because you've got the Blu-ray versions on here, which have been upgraded, rescanned to 4K. So definitely worth the upgrade, and you're getting some new features, not top of the line features, but everything else on here is really good. I think you're getting, like I said, you're still getting the 4K restoration on the Blu-ray, both uncut and theatrical. And if you've got the 4K, that's the bonus, even extra sweeter bonus. So I would recommend picking it up. If you don't have this copy, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's the best Silent Night, Deadly Night's ever going to look. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say. This is pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. But, this is a great way to spend Christmas with a, holiday horror classic. And you don't get much more classic on Christmas than Silent Night, Deadly Night. So that is it for now. If you enjoyed this one, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts on the, this weird region locking of, that Scream Factory. Apparently this is not the first time this has happened with Scream Factory. I can't remember whatever Disney talked about with that, but, it's kind of strange considering I see the big hype is always that 4K is region free. To do that, not sure why. And, just tell me your thoughts on Silent Night, Deadly Night. If you enjoyed it, you've seen it, whatever the case may be. Or just say hi. I'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.